Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements. Welcome to another episode where today we're going to be analysing the S&P500 followed by the Nasdaq100 and the DowJones30 futures chart. Just before I start today's video, anyone who's interested in joining my Signal team, then make sure you visit my website dailymarketmovements.com where you can sign up to my Signal service. The link is in the description of today's video. But let's get started here with the S&P500 futures chart. S&P moving up nicely. It was just yesterday when I said that this dip was buyable, and since then we've seen a 1% move towards the upside, currently trading back above 5,000, currently trading at 5,010. It goes back to yesterday when I was saying that, typically speaking, you don't form tops in the market when you sell off on bad news. Typically it's the other way around, which is quite strange to get your head wrapped around, but normally you'd sell off on good news. And again, I bring you back to the October low that we formed back in 2022. This was a occasion when we actually ended the trading session significantly higher, but this was on terrible news when CPI come in a lot hotter than expected. So we didn't get that the other day when we brought out the CPI figures, which was on Tuesday, and that was quite strange. The fact that we actually sold off on bearish news, that to me wasn't concerning, and no technical damage was done. Here's the uptrend from the October lows all the way up until now, and as you can see, we bounced perfectly off that trend line. So this indicates to me that we are likely to go and trade back up towards new highs before perhaps a peak come the end of this month, going into the month of March, which from seasonally speaking, from a election year, when previously the year prior you've seen a 20% rally or more in a pre-election year, you do tend to see a dip going into the month of March. Then moving over to Nasdaq100, currently trading at 17,780. Very similar to the S&P 500. I said that this is a great dip opportunity, buying the dip opportunity, and if you'd have bought the dip yesterday, well, then you'd be very happy because we're up over 1%. I do believe that we can go and trade back up towards the highs here. One thing that you should be very concerned about, though, is Nvidia's earnings next week. That stock is beyond the price to perfection. Any slight minimal hiccup, that stock could potentially sell off, but I still do believe that there will be buyers to come in and buy any dip that forms in that stock, because it's probably the most loved stock on Wall Street right now. And then finally, moving over to the DowJones30, Dow currently trading at 38,600, just like the other two indexes. We've seen the dip buying mentality here, and we continue to trade back up towards those highs, and I think that we will go and achieve new highs in the meantime. Yesterday I said that if we saw a dip in the US dollar, that would likely boost equities, and that's exactly what we're seeing during today's trading session. We had retail sales that come in slightly weaker than expected, minus 0.8%. So that obviously saw the US dollar sell off, and also we had the jobless claims that come in slightly better than expected, showing that the jobs market is still resilient, and whilst that's the case, US consumers are still going to be strong. And then finally, moving over to the 10-year yield, we're trading up in the past couple of hours, but the direction over the past couple of days is slightly towards the downside. So if this can continue to break down lower here, then that should also give US equities a boost. That's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget, if you'd like to join my trading signal group, then make sure you visit my website dailymarketmovements.com, and the website link is in the description of today's video. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.